Check it out, check it out. Papa Joe. Mate, that's fucking brilliant. You just got it today, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just raced home from getting it.
That is brilliant, mate. Did it hurt?
Up here it did, yeah. When it gets to like a bit of the more bony area, on the meaty part.
Did you cry like a little bitch?
Yeah, of course, no.
Yeah, did you make a noise like a little bitch ass?
I was smiling the whole time,
Were you?
to be honest, yeah.
Bro, that's, mate, put it there, man. It's fucking brilliant, man. I love that. That is so cool. That's so cool. Now we have to get you to blood one. So this is the law of attraction. You've got on your arm. Now we have to get you out and shoot you one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Well, you have to
shout
shoot
out
one.
to Tattoo-Wasabi Tattoo Lounge.
Yep. Okay.
Go there.
Who was the guy that did it? What was his name?
Mike.
Mike?
Yeah.
Nice one, Mike. That is cool, bro. I'm loving that. I am loving that, man. That is brilliant. Jeez.
Bit of inspiration for the hunt tomorrow, maybe, you know?
Yeah. So, hey, turn your head sideways so I can see the other tattoos. So it kind of goes, yeah, no, it kind of works. It's that's cool, bro. That's really cool.
Flash the chest as well.
Oh, you got, yeah, I want a chest. What do you got here? That's a Celtic one. Yeah, that's cool. It's Tree of Life, is it?
The Tree of Life, yeah. Snake around it. It's a bit of a, yeah.
Hey, that's my favourite one. I really like that.
I knew you would like that one.
Yeah, that's my favourite. People comment who likes what the most. The Tree of Life is cool. That's kind of hippie, but this is sort of your bushman side coming out. It does suit you, man. Looks really good.
Cheers, bro.
He's done a great job. You can be stoked with that. Can I ask how much it costs?
$250.
Oh, that's not bad. That's actually good.
He's really good with his prices.
That's good, yeah.
And he won't change the estimation as well either, so.
That's good, mate. That's good. So how many points this guy's got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's an 8-pointer, is it?
Looks like, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know too much about that, but I'm sure I'll learn. So.
Hey man, if you can shoot an 8-pointer, you'd be stoked. But that's cool, bro.
Yeah, cheers, brother.
Yeah, that's really good. That's great. I think you can be happy with that. Oh, we can't forget the
a little scar on it too.
You get a scar today. Was that planting trees today? Was it? Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. The
oh, and he touched up the.
Oh, he's touched up that because originally it was floating, and now he's put the handle on it. The hermit. That's cool, bro. Yeah, brilliant. So what's the next tattoo going to be?
Oh, who knows, eh? Probably not for a couple of months. I'm pretty happy with these, but...
I think once you do battle with a boar, it'll be a boar on your arm.
Yeah.
Because that kind of fits.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wanting like a pseudo sleeve, as they call it, like where it's like multiple tattoos kind of forming one sleeve. This arm I'll leave as it is, but...
Cool. Doesn't smell like the one in the shop at all. It smells quite different. Maybe it's because it's natural and it doesn't have all that bullshit stuff in it. My brain's saying, don't drink this because it smells off, but it can't be because they said that just it's how you make it. I just spoke to Christine here at the pharmacy in Marpur, and my mistake was with that I didn't let it breathe. I just put it in a bottle with the top on, and you're supposed to have it in a jar with a cloth on top or something can breathe. So I'm going to take out the cultures, wash them, and do take 2. Thanks for letting me know that, Christine.
Yeah.
Appreciate that very much. Well, hopefully we're going to get some good result now. So if you laughed at me reaching while I was drinking that shitty, horrible, rotten milk, then you're a bad person and you're going to hell. We know what I did wrong. I didn't let it breathe. And it's interesting because in the time I've been to the chemist and come back, I left the lid not quite on. Look what's happened. It's gone all thick in the bottle, finally. So what I want to do is I want to tip it out and I want to find the culture and see if I can reuse it, wash them and reuse them. Look at this. That's what happened in the time I've been away. Just that short time. I don't know if I can find the culture in there now. Oh my God. Oh yes I can see it in there. I can indeed. Right, there it goes. Jeez. My tat's got this thing on the road where you can change it to like a sort of a shower. There it goes. That's cool. We can give that a wash off and get these things and reuse them again. Looking pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back in here. Gonna leave them in the fridge for a while, just to sort of clean a bit and start them again. This is Papa Joe's creation tonight. It's wild pork. Tell us about it, Papa Joe.
So it's wild pork, fried in garlic with a bit of black pepper and salt, a lot of salt.
Right.
And then on top of that, I've just chucked mushrooms and then onions on top of that.
Okay.
With yeah, red onions by the way.
Get some red onion now. And you get some spinach there too, I see.
Yep. So it's in a bowl.
Yep.
Everything goes on top. I'm gonna put a bit of camembert. So
okay.
The heat like drips into it.
Shows your spinach. Put it in the light there because I can only see darkness. And okay, there you go. Papa Joe wants to buy a ute. He wants to buy a Hilux or a Toyota Land Cruiser. Am I right?
Yep. Or a surf.
Or a surf. They're not bad. And he's actually getting better at his job. He did 700 trees the other day. What does that equate to in days' wages if you do 700? What would you get for that? $300?
Oh, something like that. Because it can fluctuate. On the last block we did, where I did 500 on, actually I think they're both 38 cents. Usually I'm earning 32 cents.
Right.
Depending on the block.
Depending on the block. So you could effectively take home $250 after tax.
Yeah.
So you do that five times, and like you're working 5 days a week.
Yep.
So do the math on that. 5 times 250 is $1,250.
Right.
Does that sound right?
Something like that.
He's checking out finance to go to get it financed, and I said to him, don't go that way. You're much better off to put your sort of head down, your ass up, and work like fury now, and save and buy one with cash, and go to the dealer or the guy saying, ideally private sales are better because dealers have got their markup, although some dealers do good deals too, you'll find. But go along and say, hey, look, I've got this cash, would you take this for it? Because if you get finance, which most car companies have, they have a finance they deal with, your $10,000 truck ends up becoming $16,000 by the time you pay it off, where it's the reverse if you have the cash to go for. But we wanted to just put it out there to you guys because a lot of you blokes will have much better finance ideas than me and Papa Joe. What do you reckon is the best way for him to go about buying his first truck? Currently, he's got himself, are you debt free now?
I'm debt free, yeah.
Debt free, and he's got some assets. They're printed all over his arms and his neck and everything. So he's got some artwork. He's almost up to date with his work that he owes me. Got what, 4 hours to do or something?
4 hours, yeah.
So he's pretty much debt free, and he's working next week. He's in a situation, he's going to stay here a little bit longer, not for much longer. I'm sort of thinking he'll be out by 4 weeks to 6 weeks or sooner, because he wants to have his own place closer to work because he's got a lot of driving to do. But what would you guys suggest for him getting a truck? Would you say that sometimes it's better to maybe go to like a field days or to go to an auction and then borrow the money, or is it better to just work hard and save and drive his old car, that one there? The cop that pulled him up the other day said it was an old, what do you say about it?
It looked kind of dodgy.
Looked dodgy.
Checked the WAF, but he had a couple of excuses to pull me over, which were fair. But,
yep.
Yeah, he was still good. So.
Hey, well, he wasn't that good. What it was, he made Papa Joe so late for work that he missed the pickup and didn't work that day and came home. He had a bad day. We'll see what patrons or subscribers say about that, because it'll be interesting to see. There's always someone out there that knows more than you and me. I'm always learning stuff from people. Anyway, yeah, I'll let you carry on. He's putting the third coat on his hut today, and I'm building a planter box. There you go, bro. I'm building a planter box for my wasabi. Just started. I'm going to be building a few. I'm starting off by making a simple frame box, just in framing first, and I've got these beautiful plants that have come from Pure Wasabi. I bought them off Fenton. They were $15 plus GST plus freight, so it's just under $400 I think for 20, and actually threw an extra one on. I've got 21 plants. So what I'm doing is I'm just making a frame first like this. I've got one at this end, and I've got one over here, and Pace is wagging his tail, and I'm using plywood. Now people say, well, plywood's treated and you shouldn't grow plants in treated timber, but if you grow it in untreated it goes rotten. And to my thinking, I don't think that the tannalized or whatever it is they treat it with, I don't think it actually leaches out into your plants anyway, because I've seen heaps of planter boxes with tannalized wood. Have you guys, any of you, got planter boxes that are tannalized and you grow vegetables in them or not? What's your feelings and thoughts on that? Geez, I'm asking a lot of you all today on stuff, but I know some of you will actually know the science behind it, which I don't know. Anyway, this one's definitely going in tannalized, and I don't care. We'll see if the wasabis will die, then I'll learn the hard way, but I think they'll be fine. I'm using PVA wood glue and screwing each piece together. That will give us an end. Got one on the other side. The entire box glued and screwed, the frame, And what I've done is I've allowed a distance here so we can screw it to this plywood down here. I've allowed that distance so we can screw it to that and glue it to that along here on the outside, and then we can put our plywood sides on and they'll come down and sit on top of that. So there's a 9mm gap, which is the thickness of the ply we're using. We've got a wee square temporary in each corner like that. If you guys know a better way to line it up, let me know. Next time I'll do it differently, but that's the only way I can think to tip it upside down and get it right. Like that. And plonk the lid on top, and then that'll be the bottom. How's this looking? Yeah, they should be alright to hold it down. It's starting to look a little bit like a table now. From here to here is 300. I've got a strip of glue going right to the end. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this piece of wood in here. And what that effectively is going to do is stop the water from, as it runs along here, carrying on tracking back. Even though it'll be on an angle, water can track uphill, believe it or not. So this is going to hit that and hopefully drop off there. If it does, it's not likely to go back up that way. So we're going to just glue this in now, make sure it's right. Let's check our piece. Yeah, we're bang on there, that was good. And screw it down and trim that end, and then put our holes in along here. Done. Yeah, it looks like we've got a visitor down here. Just done them, looking pretty good, and I'll put this piece in its fix in. I've got a couple of visitors turned up, so we're going to have a brew. Would you like a coffee or a tea? Bruce?
Coffee would be fine.
Coffee?
Yep, cheers.
You got one of those real coffees.
I have, eh?
Yeah, thank you.
I'll make one of those. Come on in. The old brush is looking a bit bloody worse for wear. Everything's going together pretty well. You can see I've got my holes in along there, ready for drainage, and I've also got my stop so the water doesn't track back underneath. Spread this along. She's certainly built tight, everything worked out okay, didn't make any stuff ups yet. And there goes our PVA glue right throughout the whole outside. We have our basic big box with our drainage at this end here. Pace, what do you reckon, mate? Look good? Oh, you like that? It's not bad, is it? Think Arb would be proud of us? Papa Joe's putting his final coat of Sickins on his home and looks bloody awesome. Man, the colour's great, bro. That's wicked. You've done an awesome job, buddy. I'm proud of you, mate. You've done a fantastic job on that. Look at that. It just looks beautiful, mate.
Yeah, a lot of work goes into it, eh?
A lot of work gone into it, eh? Yep.
Worth it.
Yep, you've really made it look good. No, you're getting that inside bit nicely, mate.
Yeah, it's hard to check.
No, you got it. It looks pretty good. I see the top bit there is still going to be done. Up there, yep. It looks like it's got something on it, like it hasn't cut. Oh no, looks like you missed it the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Give it a bit more butt. I can see it. Go up further. Go up the top again. You must have not got that the first time. Looks like bare timber. Yeah. Get right in there. That's it. Give it heaps. Bring it down the side. Back up again. Go back up the top again. Back up the top. Right to the tip top. Poke it in the top there. I know it's a bit of a stretch. Yep. Give it a wee tip. There we go. Nicely done. That satisfies. I think this here will be okay for legs. I've cut 4 of these. Right, I've got one down here already. Couple down that end. And just this one to do now. Harmonica drill. We're getting down to the bugle batten screws. Arb's favourite screw. Here they go. The bugle batten screw. Brilliant. The final bugle batten screw. Oh, sounds like the battery's just about done. There we go. 4 legs on it. I'm stoked. I'm absolutely stoked. She's solid. It's got the fall at this end here, so the water comes down. And what we're going to do is the next one's going to be below here. It's going to like fall down. We'll dig down a little bit, and it'll come under there. That's right, Pace. And the water will come off into it. She's got enough height in this for us to put some framing for shade cloth. And tomorrow we're going to plant wasabi in it. Right, we're going to go to the beach. and find some stones, some rocks for our wasabi bed. And you, mate, you're staying in the truck, because last time I took you to the beach, you ran away. So you'll be sitting in the truck the whole time. That's what happens. Yeah, that's what happens. You buggered it up for yourself. Just finding out where the level is in this. And it seems pretty level. Most of the water is actually running to this end. I want enough force so it actually goes down here. It tends to go this way a little bit, so we might chock it up in that corner a wee bit in the back. Added one chock there, and we've got it at both ends now. Nice. So that's what we want. Nice sort of even amount coming across. So what we're going to do is later on we're either going to cut out down here deeper, or we're just going to put a piece of wood that runs off here that comes out onto the next planter box down here with a tray, just so we can get our water going along. And then the next planter box will come out quite a bit lower, it'll be about this high here, and we can do it in a tier. Right, let's get some rocks in this to begin with. White butterfly, dead butterfly. Trying to get my cabbages, I know. We killed it pace, it's history. One thing that Stu Driver taught me about wasabi is it just loves this rotten wood. It also acts as good drainage. So I plant this under all my wasabi after seeing Stu have success with his. I've replicated it and it's gone really well. This is perfect, it's breaking down. And eventually the wasabi will take the goodness out of the plant. Look at this, it's almost like a potting mix, how it breaks down. So we're going to take this and put this on top of our rocks before we put our mix, our potting mix on top. I knew the chef was up to something, I could smell it. He reckons these are just about at their use by date, getting a bit sticky. They're cheap though, eh?
Oh yeah, I think $6-7 or something.
Oh mate, for all of that, $7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for $7. That's 50 cents each. We can't even grow that.
That's like 3 days meal, 4 days meals, like just there.
Yeah mate, tell us what you're doing.
So I've pre-salted them, and then I chuck them in the pan with a bit of garlic and olive oil.
Oh, okay.
Just to sear the outside to keep the flavour in.
Yeah.
And then once that's kind of a bit brown, like golden, I'm going to chuck them into the camp oven.
Into here?
Just let them slow cook. Yeah.
Oh, sit on here.
Yeah.
Sweet. And just let them slow cook.
Yeah. So they'll fall to bits basically, like real tender, and maybe crispy outside as well.
Yeah.
So that's the way to do it.
Oh yeah, getting a nice colour, eh?
So you want this on both sides just to give it a bit of a crisp.
Yep.
And then they'll start going in one by one.
Otherwise, if you don't, they'll whiten the cooker, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they won't really hold together, like the skin will kind of just peel off. The meat will be good, but
Yep.
yeah.
You won't need this one too hot. You'll ideally just heat it and then pop your lid on when you're good to go. You only need a small flame under it. That's going to be good, bro.
Water off of that one.
Yeah. This wood next to the tree hut's standing dead, and I've got to clean it up anyway. So I'll take a chainsaw to it. We've got some nice bits of rotten wood out of this. It's really perfect for the job. Just all formed to bits like that. Little barbecue area. I've been coming out cooking my dinner lately. It's nice. Listen to the native birds. It's not a bad backyard as far as backyards go. Now we're tidying it up and making use of something. As you can see, I'm making all the wood go long ways. That way it drains that way. Won't block up, hopefully. All this fungus growing on the woods, I think it's turkey tail. I believe you can make a tea out of that. Well, it's going back to the ground. I made sure my rotten wood runs towards where I want to drain off. And the other thing I've done too is I've made sure that each piece is sitting on the framing there above that to take the weight, so as not to put too much weight in the middle. I was going to take some topsoil off there and put it in here. Trouble is there's weeds, so I've got a bit of coffee grounds I'm going to put in. A bit more before I put my potting mix on. I don't want to bring any weeds into this. I want to keep this pretty much sterile as far as weeds go. I want to see how much this drains off this coffee. I'm actually not getting any draining, so I'm thinking what's going on is it's retaining the water too much. Therefore I'm not going to do the rest. Oh, it's starting to trickle down there now. Here it comes. There we go. Okay, but I'm not going to put more in. I was, but this little test bit over here, it's just filling up too many gaps. slowly coming down here now, but nah, still trial and error. I'm now starting to get my water come down. As you can see, it's stained like coffee. This is the expensive part of my operation. That's only some of what I've got. I've also got some over there, right next to my outboard motor. It's all a bit like going to the supermarket doing this. You guys told me to wear one of these when I was doing my mix and gloves, so I'm taking your advice, because apparently you can get like Legionnaire's disease if you breathe that shit in. That's just 1.5 bags. I reckon we're probably going to need about maybe 10 to fill us up. We'll see how we go. That's 7.5 bags. I reckon we could put another dozen in, so we'll go and get some. Smells good, eh?
The big reveal.
Have you checked it yet?
Yep.
Ooh.
I've already had a piece myself.
Oh,
so
mate. Oh, I have to take a piece.
go for it.
You sure?
Any one of your choosing, bro.
Fucking good, mate. Oh, hot but fucking good.
Not bad, eh?
No, it's excellent. What'd you spice it with?
Just pepper, garlic, and salt.
That's all you need, eh? Papa Joe's a good cook. Fucking nice, mate.
That's it.
Sure it is, eh?
Yeah.
Really, really good chomping.
Not overdone either.
No,
Not too
that's
dry.
perfect. Absolutely perfect. You nailed it, mate.
Cheers, bro.
Geez, I think we have a cook-off. I've got some competition. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Not too done too much. And delicious taste.
Because you don't want to affect the flavour of the chicken by you know, over spicing or anything.
Mate, that's the winner. Winner chicken dinner. Some chicken. Princess Pace put herself in the box in my bedroom. What you doing in there, Pace, eh? Hey, what you doing there? Come on, out you come. Pukeko with their young. They're a self-introduced bird from Australia. And since I've been in New Zealand, they don't fly as well as they used to. But they must have flown across from Australia, so at some stage they can fly really well. Not anymore. Anyway, those babies are enjoying hanging out, but they've got to be careful too, because the hawks will take them. Clearly I didn't think about the weight factor, how much there is inside this and here, with the rocks and the dirt and the entire box. So now I've got this under here. You can see I'm smacking that and putting this, wedging it up underneath it, because there's a real bend in that, and I've got more dirt to go on. Nice. That'll make a big difference. I was kind of dreaming to think that that framing was going to hold that much weight without bending. No, she's better. Good. Right, let's load her up with some more potting mix. 10 bags at 120 bucks at the mega store. Plus I've got some of this stuff here and there, and that was about another $100. So we've got 100 plus 120, it's 220. The cost of building that so far is $310. Do the maths. What have we got so far? And then we've got the plants on top of that. This is an expensive garden. I could have probably done it all cheaper with secondhand stuff like I've done my other gardens. I probably could have used dirt and risked getting the twitchell through that. But the thing is, I wanted just one time grow wasabi in a pure environment. I bought it from Pure Wasabi in Christchurch. I paid for it. So this is a way of making sure that I get everything right. And sometimes you've just got to pay to get everything right. Hopefully the end result, and there's no guarantee, hopefully the end result is in 18 months to 2 years I've got nice good wasabi that I can harvest, that I can eat and share with people I love and my family and friends. And that would be something really amazing, because it's such a rare commodity to have. Having said that, it could get black spot and it could all die, disease could wipe it out. There's no guarantee. That's the risk you take. And it's a luxury to be able to afford this sort of gardening, and it's not something I've been doing a lot of in the future, but it's one time. This is going to be quite special. It's completely separate to all my other wasabi, which is way over there on the other side. I've kept it separate for a reason. I don't want, if that's got any contamination, I don't know whether moths or bees or flies which land on one plant and go to another can spread it, and it could get spread from there to there, but this gives a bit of a chance. It's isolated, and I'm just giving it the best chance I can, and I'm pretty excited about what it's going to turn out to be like. Anyway, we're going to smash that in there and carry on with it. Well, that's more like it, and we've got a little bit of wind protection along here around the outside, just so if it gets a bit of a wind up, the plants don't get smashed. Next thing now is to put a frame so we can put a shade cloth over it, because wasabi doesn't want to be in direct sunlight, and also I want to keep the birds off it too if I can. So we'll do that now while we've still got some daylight left, because it's getting late. Feels like a storm's coming. It's getting cold. Pace is parked up in my truck, and Bruno's lying over there by Papa Joe's, just there by Papa Joe's house. The wind's come up. That's my planter box done and dusted. Tomorrow's another day. Put the shade cloth on and put our wasabi in. But right now it's time for a walk, isn't it, Bruno? That's right, time for a walk. That was what Sunday was all about, was finishing this. Fuck, what's making those bloody sheep run? Better not be Bigsy. Where the fuck is he? Oh, there you go. Jeez, you had me worried, mate. You're having a shit and I called you halfway through it. Oh, sorry, buddy. He's having a shit behind the boat there. I thought the bloody sheep, he got into them because they were running suddenly. Sorry about that, Bigsy. You can carry on, mate. He was just down there. Bloody hell. Assumption, eh? Took Bruno just about all day to stand up. He really struggled today to get up. He couldn't get up this morning, and lunchtime he sort of got up half-heartedly. Now he's walking pretty slow. You okay, Bruno? Slow him down a lot, aren't you, boy, eh? Good boy, Bruno. Oh, Bigsy sniffing. Get in, Bigsy! There's a baby Pakikos down there. Good dog! He's good at the commands. Good boy! Good dog! He listens and he comes every time. Good boy! You're a good dog. Bigsy, come! Bigsy, come! You haven't got a baby Pakiko in your mouth, had you? What do you have in your mouth then? I hope not. Good dog. Good boy. In the end, I planted 18 plants rather than 21 because I wanted to give a good gap in between them all, and I put this shade cloth on the outside with a series of screws to tuck it in like this here, just to keep birds out and also stop the actual plants getting too much sun and wind on them. In building this planter box for wasabi, I learnt a bit. I learnt that the holes that I made were too small for drainage and not enough. I need them on the outside and also underneath as well, so we're going to do that next to allow full drainage, because drainage is really, it's critical for wasabi. It's got to have water moving forward. It doesn't like to sit with wet feet, so we're going to do that next. Other than that, she is done and dusted. I also learnt, or I can appreciate why it's important to have a compost and create your own potting mix, because I spent over $200 in potting mix and that there, and that's not something that's sustainable for the future for me. But it was a learning process. As far as the plywood goes and tantalised against your dirt and all that, I don't think a lot soaks into it. Otherwise, all the vineyards around here and all the orchards that all use tantalised posts and everything, they wouldn't do it. So the jury's out on that one, but I don't care. I don't care about it. What else did I gain? I also learnt that I was a bit silly in expecting a box that size to actually withhold that much weight without collapsing, and luckily I did it slowly, filling it up. I could see it take the pressure, and I was able to put some structure underneath to hold it up, so now it's okay. Other than that, everything worked pretty good. Something new I've never done before, and I'm pleased with it. I'm looking forward to having my own wasabi come out of it, and it's a feeling of satisfaction of having achieved something while I couldn't go hunting out what I'm normally doing because I've just been under the weather, but now I'm feeling a whole lot better all round, and I've got a wasabi. 18 plants. Yeah, I was going to put the 21 in, but I just want to give them more gaps. Anyway, that was this video today. Well, based over a few days. Hope you enjoyed it. Good luck with whatever's going on in your own world, with you gathering it, growing it, spearing it, shooting it, dogging it. Where is that little dog? Oh, he's down here. Good boy. Good boy, aren't you, eh? Good dog. He's like a little shadow. He's with me all the time, ain't you, mate, eh? Little shadow. Man, he's just made me feel so good over these days when I felt like crap. He's just been really there all the time, putting his paw on me. Okay, boss? Yeah, he's me mate, aren't you? He's a good boy. Not a bad wee dog. Be good, can't be good. Be careful. We'll see you next video. See you later. Right, to the editing table we go. we'll edit this video for you guys. It all goes on right here on this tiny little laptop. Just there. See ya.